Hi guys, so today I'm off trying another BAA stretch. This time I'm going down to the Stour by Starton Castle. It's an untested venue, they said, so I don't really know what to expect. And I've got a drawback plan. A plan B is that the Stourbridge Canal isn't far away from it, runs alongside it. So if the Stour doesn't produce, then I can hop onto there and try there for a bit. But let's hope we get some action. Let's see how it goes. So when I was recording this bit, I don't know what happened with my GoPro. It recorded in fast speed, so I've had to slow it down, and it's got no audio. So I started off by found this little peg. The water was clear, so I just put in a hornet in to start with, seeing if there was anything about, expecting some follows from some perch or something. And eventually a fish took the hornet. I'm just reeling in a couple of times, letting it float back up and reeling in again. And it was a nice surprise when I eventually hooked up from this cast, I believe. I thought it was a perch, but it wasn't, to my surprise, and a pleasant surprise. It was a chub, which I believe might be my first chub on a lure. Pleasant surprise, first peg, and lovely little chub. I don't catch many chubs on a lure. I don't know if I have caught one before. That came out, took the hornet, good as gold. Let's get it back and see if there's any more lying around. Every peg I go into, the first thing I have to do is check the landing net will reach. The landing net won't reach, then I won't fish. As simple as that. Quite a few times I see videos on YouTube, people fishing, and think to yourself, if you catch one from there, how are you going to get it out? It's not fair on the fish if you catch one and then you can't really get it out. And this peg I'm limited with the length really, so I don't feel comfortable fishing here, so I'm going to move on. Oh, there we go. Oh, I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking down this inside line thinking, could there be some there? Oh, there we go. Oh. It just goes to show you, just takes you by surprise any time. Pike just turned away at the last second. Pike just turned away. Let's see if I'll come back for it without the oh. Still there. Wonder if they want the rat. I've got a Burt. My jerk bait I can try. Oh, let's try a bit of a jerk bait. Had my biggest fish of 22 on this. Don't really use it much for some reason. It's got a nice side to side action and I can let it suspend a bit. Oh, this little fish wants something to eat. Oh, this little fish wants something to eat. He's just very lucky at the moment. We've got water coming in from here, so that's why it's a fish holding place. So that was the Stour. Chuffed to get a chub on the new little Hornet. My first chub on the lure, I'm sure it is. The Stour itself, again, overgrown, very limited pegs, quite shallow and it was clear. But the funny thing was, and the one that got me was, whenever I've been out lately and I've fished a river or a canal, whatever lure you use, you always follow some little roach and perch. And apart from that chub, that's the only fish I saw. I didn't even get it. I didn't see a fish at all. So after doing that, I popped onto the Stourbridge Canal, and it was really clear. So it was quite hard. So like, when it's clear, the pike are gonna hide. They're gonna hide from its own predators like birds and humans. My first take from there, I wasn't really concentrating. It'd been a while since I had any action, and I was just thinking where my next cast was gonna be, and it shot out and took them with rubber, but unfortunately did hook up. And then the last bit of action I got was from a place where I thought there would be pike lying around. When I first got to the canal, there was people fishing there, but luckily enough I managed to get it on there later on. And I think it went for it 3 times in the end, and I just didn't hook up. It was good to get one on the jerk bait. I've got to use that a bit more. I caught my biggest fish of 22.10 on that, but I haven't really used it that much. So I'll try that a bit more in the canals. The plan is tomorrow, I think me and my dad are going up Dudley to try some of the canals up there. So hopefully that little bit will be added on to the end of this video. But if it's not, until next time, tight lines. He turned.
Any interest?
He turned. No. Try the little one, and then you tend to know if they're going to go for it, don't you?
You do. Right?
You know, like he hasn't moved much. His fins ain't going with like gearing up. That didn't sound like a pike.
Hmm?
That didn't sound like a pike over there.
Like a carp or
Yeah.
something.
That would feel nice on here, that would.
Hmm?
That would feel nice on this rod, that would.
Yeah. Still there.
Yeah. But he don't seem interested though.
down here. He's moving forward. Well,
So there's even little fish around him. He's
interested in anything.
no. Somebody else lure fishing down there by the looks of it.
Hey?
Somebody else lure fishing down there by the looks of it.
Your cronies.
Well. Oh! Ah! That looked like a nice fish as well. Oh! Ah! Just caught the back of it. Right off the lilies. Right off the lilies. I might need your net if I get one here, Dad. Because you've got the telescopic landing there, handle.
Oh, you got the fixed one?
Yeah. Oh. Did you see a pike's just moved in?
Huh?
I just seen a pike with a deformed tail.
You're going to land it here.
Yeah, look. Extend your landing net handle, let's just make sure I can get down. Yeah, just.
Your rod don't go out that far, does it?
No, I can get them in.
Is it still about?
Yeah. Tangled. Very shallow.
Too shallow.
Oh. No.
Try the fly.
Yeah, go on, pass the shoe rod then.
Huh?
Pass the shoe rod then. He's moved right over the back. No, I got it. Something just had a knock at that then. Little pike.
Is that a pike?
Yeah, a little perch.
Right?
Little pike. And a little perch as well.
I was going to say, I saw the perch. I didn't...
Yeah, the pike's just there. Pike's just there, hanging off there. And there's a big chub. And the perch. They're all here. 3 predators. A disappointing session in the end. Went to Dudley and the canal looked lovely until a boat went through and then it seemed to go a weird colour. I had a good take from a nice fish on the jerkbait, which unfortunately I missed again. And there was a little pike we saw in the side, and when we presented a lure to it, it didn't even flinch. Its fins didn't even quicken up, which is a sign that it will take. It just weren't interested. And when they're like that, there's nothing you can do. I decided to pop over to Tamworth while we still had a little bit of time left and just go for some perch, just try and get some fish on the bank. But I had a couple of knocks on the hornet, but didn't hook up into anything. And I should have had that pike at the end, but again I missed it. I think my problem at the moment is I'm striking too soon. Because I'm seeing the taste happen, I'm not waiting for that thump on the rod. I think I just need to wait a little bit, but that's easier said than done. As I'm recording this, it's 1 week left until the 6 weeks holiday for the kids. And during that time, my fishing time's going to decrease a little. I will take Abs out zander fishing a couple of times, and I know she's got a couple of guide days coming. But as far as releasing the videos, I think I've got enough for about 5 weeks into the 6 weeks holiday. So hopefully I can still produce one a week. This one hasn't been that good, but like I say, if my fishing time's going to decrease, I want to at least try and get a video out. I'm hoping to take a friend of mine out soon who hasn't caught a pike at all. I know I managed to get Adrian his first canal pike, but this laddie hasn't even caught a pike at all. So I'm going to probably head up Warsaw to the canals and try and get him one up from up there. And try and pop out sometime in the evening maybe and try and get some pike going. Positives today is that I adapted the mouse I got from Ryan Hewson. He gave me a little corkscrew that you can add a towel onto the mouse, and I put one of the pro grubs on it, and that works really well in the water. A nice action, nice slow fall. So hopefully we might get some more on that. That jerkbait I'm going to send off and get repainted because it needs a touch up. But until next time, tight lines.